Hi, this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and today I have a box. And inside this box, I believe, is another box, and inside that box, hopefully, is a Lenovo X100e laptop. Let's see what happens when we open it up. Yep, smaller box, ThinkPad. It's a pretty basic box. You can tell it's not a very large laptop just by the size. On the side we've just got some UPC information, no substantial information about specifications. Folder of information from me, and let's take a look inside. We've got the ThinkPad service and troubleshooting guide for the X100e. Stuffed into some pockets here are the power supply, battery, which is, what's the capacity? It's a 63 watt-hour battery. 6 cells. Power cable. And I think that's about it, other than the laptop itself. So let's pull that out of here. There's a shipping label. Feels kind of like it just fell apart better, but okay. So open that up. Take out the laptop. Definitely a thin and light machine. It's got an 11.6-inch display, but it's also definitely has the feel of a ThinkPad. It's sort of nice, a little bit angular, very business-like in terms of the design. No pattern on the lid, just the logo. On the base, you'll notice that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws that you can remove to access the RAM and hard drive and other components. On the back here, don't see any information about, don't see any spot for a SIM card, so I'm not sure that this is 3G capable, but the battery goes in here. It's running Windows 7 Pro according to the sticker that I can read. And we've got a VGA port and a power cable on the back. On the side, so you've got a vent, 2 USB ports, Ethernet, headphone. Actually looks like a combination headphone microphone. It's got the little icon, I don't know if you can see it, that shows that you can put a headset in there. Another USB port for a total of 3, and a flash card slot, and that's about it. Let's go ahead and put the battery in. It slides right in there. So the battery doesn't take up much vertical space here, but it does stick out a little bit from the back if you get a 3-cell battery, or a 6-cell battery. Not entirely sure if this is available with a 3-cell, but I would probably recommend the higher capacity battery, because from what I've heard, and I will test this myself, it doesn't necessarily get the best battery life. Let's go ahead and try to power it up, see if there's some charge. On the inside, you'll notice that the keys sort of look like your typical Lenovo keys, even though it's a sort of chiclet-style keyboard. But they've got a little bit of a beveled edge here, and they're a little concave. So when you put your fingers on the keys, you can sort of feel, it's got a nice feel to it. The keyboard's pretty decent. There's a track point in the middle, which is something that I know a lot of people are big fans of. And you also have a full touchpad at the bottom with a choice if you can use the left and right buttons, or you can use the track point and these left and right buttons, and a center button here. Pretty responsive, kind of squishy compared to a lot of touchpad buttons that I've used previously. So again, 11.6-inch, 1366 by 768 pixel display. Pretty high resolution for a fairly small screen, but looks pretty sharp, looks good. We've got some Lenovo utilities here, including the Wi-Fi manager and a battery meter, which even with that 6-cell battery, and it says 97% left, currently says that I've only got about 2 hours. So hopefully we can tweak some settings and get a little bit more than 2 hours of battery life out of it, but we'll see. Again, it's running Windows 7 Professional, which is something you don't see on a lot of the budget thin and light laptops. And this is a business-oriented laptop, so you might not think it's budget, but prices do start at around $500 for this model. This particular one is going to be a little bit more because it actually has AMD Neo X2 dual-core processor. It's also available with a single-core processor. And it looks like we've got a Windows Experience Index of 3.4, which isn't bad. That's out of 7, but I've seen very few machines that actually go above a 5. A lot of netbooks tend to be more around the 2.4 range. So we're probably going to be able to expect better than netbook performance from the processor, definitely from the graphics, and I'll be doing some benchmarks, comparing it with some other machines that I've used in the past with Intel Core 2 Duo and other CULV chips, and see how the AMD and ATI chipsets stack up. It looks like we've got a little webcam up here at the top, microphone towards the bottom, and that's about it. So there you go, that's the first look at the ThinkPad X100e with a dual-core processor and Windows 7 Professional. This is Brad Linder for Liliputing. Stay tuned to Liliputing for more information.